Cancer, how you guys doing? So a very quick one today because your actual weekly reading is actually over on the new website. So that's been there. That was done yesterday. So that's actually out there now if you are interested in your weekly reading. But just a very quick one. So let's look into the last 48 hours and the next 48 hours as of now. So basically, if you're on the new website, whatever comes out on YouTube is not a part of what comes out on the new website. Okay, the new websites are weeklies. What comes out on here are basically within last 48, next 48. Okay, so let's see. So if you're after your weeklies and stuff like that, you'll need to join the very cheap website, and you can actually buy them individually as well. But I'll tell you towards the end. Cancer, you can also watch this as a Life Path 7. So let's see. So Cancer, for the last 48 hours, what has been going on with Cancerian? Well, you could be dating a fish. So you've got multiple opportunities to talk, is what I'm hearing. We've just been trying to have some free time in order to be able to talk. A lot of you could really be just single and you've just been very creative at this time, feeling like as if there's so many things that you could do. It's very difficult in order to be able to focus on one thing at a time. Okay, some of you could be multifaceted kind of person and you have a lot of projects, especially if you deal with someone like me with a Gemini moon. Okay, I'm doing this, I'm kind of doing that, I'm also doing this, and then I'm doing that. And it's also leaving up, trying to leave up a bit of free time. You've got two aces straight off the bat. So this is normally where your love life should be going okay, or you're at least looking for one. Okay, meaning that there are opportunities all out there now. Okay, because I could be fresh and single and a fresh fish on the block. Jenny on the block. Jennifer, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie. So some of you could just be, like I said, single. You're concentrating more on yourself and your passion and your career and focus. Okay, focus is always good because when you're focusing on something, okay, it's normally when someone comes along. Okay, so for a lot of you, you really could be single here and you're kind of like, well, the world is my oyster. So you could be dealing with a fish, which would mean a Piscean, maybe, for a lot of you. Let's see. Or you've got it in your chart somewhere. Let's see. The last 48 hours for Cancer, what they've been doing. Well, standing to an erection, probably having sex or talking about someone's erection, that's for sure. Sex has definitely been on someone's mind, that is equivotably here. So the name Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, a Capricorn or Gemini person. Okay, but sex is definitely on someone's mind, that's for sure. It could be 24/7. So it could be a Libra, a Scorpio or Aries placement, and you guys, sevens. Okay, but yeah, definitely standing to attention. So for a lot of you, you could have been knocking one out, or I don't know, talking to your partner if you're in one about sex, the relationship itself, trying to make time also, okay, for sex, unless you're just being used for sex. I don't know. It could be a 4, Scorpio Aries person, because I keep hearing 4. Let's see what's been going on with the last 48 hours for Cancer. Everything is up in the air. We need to discuss about our sex life. I don't know why your sex life seems to have gone under the microscope, is what I'm picking up. Like, how much sex, how not no sex, or some. So I also hear in the name Summer, or Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra, Cassandra. Yeah, juggling dicks. I mean, really? I mean, has someone got multiple energies? I don't know. But this is like juggling dick. So I've got no idea what that is. Someone could have 2 or 3 of them, or 2 of them. I've got 2 dicks. I mean, if they're called Richard, Dick, or anything like that, might be. But, yeah, someone here could be juggling dick. I need to find out what this tower has been about. Because if not, you've been discussing it. Trying to make room and time for play, really. No work, no play. Okay. The tower. 3. So some of you just got back, or you are with your partner, and there was some kind of like discussion about sex or a sexual encounter at least. Okay. Some of you have just got yourselves all bound up in a twin flame soulmate third party, and you could really be banging one out in the background there, maybe, okay, unaware of the fact that someone's knocking one out over your energy. You shouldn't be watching this as children anyway. But, oh, really, bruv? What the fuck? Anyway, what was the 3 of Cups about? 3 of Cups. Yeah, it could be a Capricorn that's banging one out, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, slow motion, doing slow motion captivity. Something in slow motion. I mean, is it David, Dave, or Dan, or Danielle? Anybody beginning with D? But I'm hearing David Gray in slow motion. What's the Two of Pentacles being about here? 3 again, man. Some of you are banging one out. Don't forget the Three of Cups is on the floor here. Some of you could have dumped a 3, okay, which was a Pisces. This person could be a Capricorn Piscean energy, or a Pisces Capricorn mixture here, where the Tower is, having a spiritual, metaphysical energy, vamp or energy connected to another one, which would also be a Piscean here. For a lot of you, got children with this person, so there might have been some kind of discussion about the kids itself, okay, if you've got children with, say, like someone else. But I'm definitely picking up like a lot of energy of Piscean. I'm also picking up Taurus and Sagittarian placements, or a life path 5 energy also mixed up in this. So there's either been discussions about sex and leaving time for the relationship if you're in one. If you're not and there's an ex, that's a Piscean for a lot of you. Possible, because I keep hearing not, that's my Piscean card. Some of you, there is a background having a masturbate, like with a, I don't know, I mean, maybe with themselves, but like, yeah, like in the background there with a spiritual, metaphysical connection with another person, no communication, no action, no not doing anything, but thinking about sex all the time, but not actually doing anything. So there's a lurker in the background, maybe thinking of a person sexually whilst, you know, doing something here. So, like I said, you shouldn't be children if you're on here. You definitely should not be watching this channel. It's actually set to not meant for children. So, you know, there's definitely someone that is thinking sexual thoughts about another person in their mind. If you don't like that and you don't want that to be known, then don't come to a psychic. Because I'm telling you now, someone here has been thinking of the metaphysical person that they're not with, just fantasizing about having sex with a person. So you might not even know that, but they have, okay? So I don't know why I'm picking that up, but it's a very strange message, at least. Well, you know, it is what it is, but that's a message what I'm picking up for you. Now, if there's no like weird stuff that's kind of been going on, Cancer, this is just discussions about children visiting the house and the home. You got an ex, you got divorced. There's been like, this is maintenance and money, trying to go over like bills and how much do I pay, and someone that doesn't pay any money or whatnot, or very slow at earning money, or very slow coming in. Because this is like the Five of Pentacles, having to pay for my children and having to pay bills and stuff like that, okay? At the same time of possibly being in a metaphysical connection, as well as everything coming out on top of me. Okay, so there's kind of like that. There's a lot of you that are just still going through the same monotonous stuff with the child that you had with the ex, okay? And you're still connected to them like you always will be because of, you know, past memories, children that you had. And that's kind of there for a lot of you. And there's a definite energy of the 3 on the floor of a third party energy. Some of you have been discussing party, an actual party, which might be Leo or Virgo, but like parties, an actual birthday party. Okay, so let's see the next 48 hours for Cancer. What's going on with Cancer for the next 48? Okay, so you got Leo and Aquarian energy here possible, and there's the Virgo. What did I just say? I said it could have been possible Leo or Virgo. There they are. Birthday party or something to do with a discussion about meeting up halfway, meeting halfway. Someone always feels as if they've lost without you. This person, they stick with you thick and thin, through thick and thin here. Some of you might be trying to lose weight, okay, because I'm hearing stick thin. Or Finlay, or Finny, or Vincent also. Seekings, or a Sikh, someone that wears a turban. Yeah, some of you have been discussing about, like, loyalty. being loyal to your partner, where there is no cheating, there's just a metaphysical connection, I feel, that is connected to a person here. Because a Leo and Aquarian vibed energy of paradox is normally what I call it, where you could have 8s and 9s in your chart somewhere. Like Virgo, life path 9, 8, Leo, Aquarian people. These two are discussing, in a relationship, discussing things here. Very monotonous, I know, or anonymous. But it is there all the same. So you've been talking to a Virgo, more than likely. Cancer. For the next 48 hours. 10 of Wands, and then the Knight of Swords. It feels like this, can we meet up when we've finished work? It's a bit like work is work, and play is play. There's been like child's play, or some sort of childish action, or discussions over children itself, for a lot of you, okay? Talking about your kids, when can I see them, all that sort of stuff. There's been frustrated about trying to find work and getting very tired around work and relationship if you're in one. So we've got multiple messages here, Cancer. For you guys that are in relationships, majority of your discussions have really been about trying to make some time for the relationship, for a sexual relationship, on top of actual work being there as well, trying to make time for the relationship and go out and do things and talk to one another, so on and so forth, right? That's the people that are in couples. So for the next 48 hours, you're more than likely going to be speaking a lot about making plans, okay, doing stuff together. You've got a huge energy of Virgo here because you have 8 and 1, which is a 9 of Wands, okay, so huge energy of Virgo. You've got this confusion about like being gaslit and worried, intimidated energy here, okay, feeling like someone's starting to lose the plot slightly, and like their communication was slightly out of whack at some point, and you was kind of like frustrated that someone on this side, so we'll turn it into a you versus them now. Them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie, just Jackie. On this side, someone here has been feeling that things are not been going as quite as fast as what they want it to if you're in a relationship. That's within the last 48 hours. I want a little bit more input into the actual feelings of the relationship. This side of the next 48 hours is the discussion of what went on here within the relationship, of making time for it after work. Work hours, play hours, okay? Some of you have children that you send to play scheme or play school, or children, that go to school and that sort of stuff. What is this 8 of Wands for? 5 of Pentacles. There's a lot of discussions about money and assets and someone trying to save up money. It's probably a Leo or an Aquarian, life path 5 Sagittarius Taurus person, trying to save money for something that's coming up. Might be struggling more financially than maybe this side. The Hermit. The Hermit is the Moon, another 9. So you got a mum on this side also, being a mother. So this could be your mother, okay? Struggling maybe financially to look after the children here. This could be the mother that is separated from this side, where the children reside here, and you have to keep going to and from court or social services, or a go in between, or the child lives here and the mother here trying to gain rights to the access to the children, meaning someone here is in control of it, okay? That's kind of like you guys that are mothers with children, and then also trying to find work and assets and money here. Don't forget, this would be Elijah, because Elijah is the same as situations. 7, like you can have life path 7s that add up to a 7. 6, 7. Say a life path 6 and life path 1. Okay. A life path 4, 5, 6, 7, and a life path 3. Okay. So you can have like Pisces, life path 3, life path 4, life path 7, comes together to make a karmic value number of something that you go through with karma. So if you make a 3, okay, there it is. Okay. Very important. If you don't know about that, The only place you more than likely would have ever heard that is on my teaching channel, okay? So for you guys that are following the teaching segments, look for the numerology, because that's your karmic placement, okay? Not in astrology or a book, okay? So your karmic placement is the fact that you've gone around and around in circles with a karmic ex that you have children with, also a mum here, and struggling also possibly financially. Now, if your karmic value number also represents a house, and that represents work, there's struggle around work here. We're soon going to start teaching you about numerology and house placements within astrology, of how it relates to the numerology, okay? Let's see. 10 of Wands here. So for a lot of you, you versus them, yeah, there's a king energy here. So a lot of you, it is the father as the child and stuff as well. For if you guys are in relationships, there's discussions about leaving time for the actual relationship itself, okay? Like, you know, when you finish work, when I finish work. Knight of Swords, oh, the Devil, and the Five of Wands. Shit, there's a load of conflict with an ex energy here for a lot of you. There was a karmic toxic ex situation and you're constantly at odds. There's someone that is also metaphysically connected here that just feels like giving up, but they're not actually, I don't know, you might get word from an ex. But the trouble is Capricorn is one of my multifaceted energies because it's 6. It means Gemini, Capricorn people, okay? So when it's related to one of these, this can mean anything, because this can be children that I had, a friend, my actual partner, okay, compared to one that isn't, and there's just this conflict that someone seems to be going through. Because this can also mean no communication pages, meaning I'm just there in the background, not saying anything, don't know what to say, feel like giving up. It's an earth sign, which means Capricorn there, 10 of Wands, I feel like giving up, there's no hope, I'm not even speaking anyway. But then there is speaking, which means it can be to children or friends about circumstances that are annoying me. Which means that you might start talking to friends about situations that are going on around your actual relationship or metaphysically, of where I can't seem to get through to this person, they're not listening. Some of you are working and trying to make time for the relationship out of working hours instead of during working hours. Some of you might actually work with this person that you've kind of got your eye on, but really it's coming up more as a friend than it is anything else here on this side. This could be your partner as well, okay? There would be something that's going on at work, but it's more on a friend basis than what it actually is a relationship. So like if your ex or your partner, like if your partner works at a place of residency where there's an ex involved, there's nothing actually going on there. It's just a friendship-based type sort of discussion here. Because X always marks a spot of a karmic X, where I would say Capricorn, X marks a spot, Saturn, karmic X, okay? The ruler of Saturn. So that means karmic X. Not speaking, not talking, not getting on with ex-husband or wife. Also karmic X person, not speaking to, not talking to in the background there. Just not speaking, not talking, just watching. And that's also hidden, meaning that there's someone in the background watching tarot readings or social media outlets of people to try and find out what may be going on with someone else. If the person's still with the person, not with the person, is my metaphysical twin flame with someone else? If they are, I'm basically just stuck karmically here, okay? Yeah, that's what I've got for you guys. So that is your free reading. Like I said, Cancer, if you want your actual weekly reading to say what you've got coming up, okay, it has literally just been put over on the new website, okay? For you guys that are still on Patron, it is on Patron, obviously. So if you're watching this saying, where's the other one? It was released yesterday. I'm just trying to catch up with the ones that I didn't do here free, okay? Trying to get caught up. So if you want to join, there are multiple things you can do. If you guys haven't joined the new website, you can buy individual readings or you can join subscription-based packaging. Okay, bronze is just monthlies. Silver is silver is like monthlies and weeklies, and then the gold tier is monthlies, weeklies, and all of the teaching videos. So you get everything all in one, and each package is cheaper than what it was on Patron when Patron was open. Okay, you also get 25% discount if you haven't used it yet. Okay, it's a one-time code option offer only to each person, but if you haven't used it, you can get 25% off. And you also get that also if you're following my lives that I'm also doing. We're doing giveaways of package bundles to the monthlies by guessing a number of between 1 and 1,000. So you'll have to find the video there. And there's loads of things going on. So make sure you hit the bell for when I go live if you want also questions answered for a donation, all those sort of things. But if you would like to support me financially and able to do this, I hope you consider joining the new website. Anyway, Cancer, thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you soon.